You're welcome back to the program, and of course you can get all our top stories and others by visiting our website. You know the address, it's channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Just log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the Eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. The International Federation of Women Lawyers is asking states across Nigeria to domesticate the Child Rights Act in order to protect children and young persons from abuses. The country president of FIDA, Ineme Aguma, made this call while briefing journalists at the end of FIDA's first quarterly national executive meeting in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital.
Today we have the whistle blowing policy. That can also apply to cases of violence against children. So even if you're not related to a child and you observe any anomaly, feel free to walk into any FIDA legal center around your location. FIDA Nigeria is aware that one of the reasons why some states do not want to adopt the Child Rights Act is because of the age limit placed on the Nigerian child. All international treaties and conventions have said that a child is a person under the age 18. And we have found out that some states have found difficulty in adopting this law because they do not want to adopt the age 18 for the girl child. We would also want to use this opportunity and this platform to appeal to states that have adopted the Child Rights Act to please implement the law as it is by setting up family courts in all the states and ensuring the funding of the law to provide adequate protection for our children.
The Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association is raising awareness among female dependents of officers and men of the 23 Armoured Brigade of the Nigerian Army, Yola, in Adamawa State. Speaking at the Enlightenment program, the wife of the State Governor, Miriam Jibriya, and the NAOWA coordinator at the 23 Brigade, Mrs. Margaret Akinroluyo, said there is need to educate the women on early detection of cancer. The participants were also given cancer test kits. Making Ogun State a foremost market for local and foreign investors will remain a priority for the state government. This assurance was given by Governor Ibikule Amosu when he received the ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia to Nigeria, Mr. Hari Purwanto, in Abeokuta, the state capital. In his part, Mr. Purwanto says he's excited about the partnership, given what it describes as the state's friendly business environment and policies.
I can also get some information. I'm looking forward to having information from you and your official staff, so I can share with Indonesian government as well as Indonesian private sector things that we can explore from this gateway state, Ogun State. So we can follow up by things that can be mutually benefit for two countries.
We have the largest, the highest number concentration of industries in Nigeria, in this state. Beyond that, we have access to the market in Lagos, our own market here, and the market in the West African sub-region, which is even slightly bigger than even the totality of Nigeria. If you are going to trade within the West African sub-region, of course, clearly, Ogun State will be a major hub for you.
Meanwhile, the Ogun State government has commenced the payment of compensation to residents affected by roads construction across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. At the handing over of checks to the families, the Director General of the Bureau of Lands, B.E. Ismail, says the move is in fulfillment of the promise made by the state government.
State government is using this opportunity to appreciate those that their houses or properties or stores or workshop or whatever they have as giving way for development in terms of the road development that is going on in the state. Price and cash is being given out in terms of checks today for the next couple of days. We'll be paying today, we'll be paying tomorrow. For those who are not going to be accommodated today, payment will be made in the subsequent days to come. And as we have seen the turnout so far, it shows that the populace are happy with what is going on and they are ready for compensation. And we hope with other parts of the state that we're looking at in terms of development, in terms of expansion of roads, we want to assure those that were yet to come to their areas to have the subtle mind that compensation will reach them as they are giving their own properties for development in the state.
The United Kingdom is committing to expanding business engagements with more states in Nigeria in a bid to improve their economic development opportunities. The British Deputy High Commissioner to Lagos, Laura Befields, gave the assurance after the presentation of a PricewaterhouseCoopers report on the state's business environment analysis at the Government House in the state capital.
This team of financial experts from the private and public sectors are guests at the Edo State Government House in Benin City, the Edo State capital. They are here for a presentation of findings from the state-level business analysis handled by the PricewaterhouseCoopers company.
We also know that within the government there's a lot of adoption of technology and conscious efforts to invest in technology to drive the growth of a technology-driven industry in the States. And I think that's clearly very strategic thinking, because we do know that technology adoption is going to continue to grow in Nigeria and is going to drive a number of specific industries.
The report, commissioned by the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, FCO, is to identify challenges of doing business in the focus states of Anambra, Edo, Ogun and Niger. The meeting ends with a favorable verdict delivered on the prospects of doing business in Edo State. In an interview shortly after the presentation ceremony, the British Deputy High Commissioner to Lagos, Laura Befields, okays Edo State for trade investments.
I think there's a lot that's currently underway. There's a lot covering a wide variety of issues like land rights, like tax harmonization, like getting better data, IFMIS systems for increased governance and transparency. A lot of reforms ongoing, a lot of policy changes that are incredibly encouraging.
The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, acknowledges the positive evaluation, adding that the state will even do more to attract increase in investments.
We know we were not ranked high in terms of obtaining building approvals. These are all the indicators people are looking for when they seek to do business in a particular environment. But the good news is that in the last 6 months or so, we have taken measures to correct all of these. We are launching a geographical information system, which will make it very easy for people to obtain CFOs, for people to transfer land titles.
The annual PricewaterhouseCoopers reports evaluates the key sectors of opportunities for United Kingdom businesses in Nigeria.
Agriculture, as the first pillar of the Willie Obiano administration in Anambra State, has received priority attention for the past 3 years. This is according to the state governor, who received members of the Senior Executive Course 39 from the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, in Jos.
We are in Anambra State to find out how STI is impacting agriculture and agro-allied industries in the state, with a view to assessing the extent of usage of these STIs, the level of success, to identify the challenges, and at the end of the day, profile recommendations and implementation strategies that will further boost agricultural development and agro-allied industries in Anambra State.
The annual consumption of rice in Anambra State is 320,000 metric tons. Now we have surpassed it with added from my farm, all in 3 years. That is the power of vision. And we're working hard in other areas. The millers negotiate and but when we get it right, it will get longer in what we're doing. So all the paddy growers will do is to grow their paddy, and the millers will go to the farm, pay a ton, and move the paddy from the farm to their mills, and be able to do a lot of this.
Still to come on the program. When we come back, we take a look at what's happening in Imo and, of course, Ondo State as the police tackle the crimes of cultism. Stay with us.